My name is Melinda and I'm a speech therapist at Paintsville Independent School, and right now I service kindergarten through about 10th grade because I don't have any juniors or seniors. But one of the problems that I run into is students lack motivation for paper pencil activities, and when they come into the speech therapy, they want to just play a game. They worry often about whether or not they get in the prize box, and we therapists kind of do that just so that it's motivating for them to come. So what I did was, or my problem is, I wanted to see how we can help students with speech and language find more useful motivators that also help with language skills such as difficulty processing information, following directions, sequencing steps to complete tasks, and things like that. And the reason I wanted to change the motivators because students that lose focus coming into the speech therapy room, they enter the classroom and immediately ask, "Do I get in the prize box today? What game are we playing? Can I pick out the game?" And it will drive you crazy. But if they do get in the prize box, they waste a lot of time. I'll stop a few minutes before it's time for them to go back and let them go and choose their prize. But they waste a lot of time digging through that mass of toys or treats, and that's what we use, a lot of toys, a lot of treats, candy, trying to make a decision. And sometimes they'll put me 5 minutes later for my next session digging. And I'm like, they're wasting so much time. So I thought, why not find something for the students that will help incorporate learning and motivation simultaneously? So I decided to share my love of crafting to replace wasted time of trying to choose rewards. And I thought maybe if I would let them pick something that they want to do to craft or to create using the Cricut and the Cricut design space, that would replace the toys and food. And therefore I wouldn't have to buy any of that stuff. After obtaining 10 stickers from speech sessions, and most of the time students get 2 each session, they get to make their reward. The same thing, like if they wanted, I would let them choose a toy instead. They will learn how to follow instructions, use a computer, because these are things that have to be done with the Cricut. And they also have to sequence the steps to finalize a rewarding outcome. This type of reinforcement will introduce them to something new in technology, increase their ability to follow instructions, and maybe find a passion that they never knew that they had. First I purchased these materials. I got the Cricut maker and a toolkit and the cutting mats. All of those things go together in order to create the crafts. 631, 651 vinyl. If you're not familiar with that, 631 is temporary, 651 is permanent vinyl. So if you see a car decal, it's made out of 651 vinyl. Then I got this designer scrapbook paper, cardstock paper, glue dots and runners, scissors, all of those scrapbooking type things. And we also got a scrapbooking trimmer to cut the paper and vinyl with, and it used measurements as well. So they're incorporating math skills into sessions. So I wanted to know, basically, will using a learning-based reinforcement through crafting to create projects using the Cricut become a rewarding activity to replace toys and candy? And will using this learning-based reinforcement also help to motivate students and strengthen speech and language skills? So basically, we're working on speech and language skills while doing a real-life activity. And a lot of times when students are doing real-life activities, they aren't as focused on practicing that R sound the correct way, or using their correct pronouns the right way, or answering and asking questions the right way. So if they're focused on something else, I'm able to correct them, or I can repeat it back to them how they say it, so that they're able to verbalize and use their sounds and their skills that we've worked on in real life situations. So what happened was students did begin asking. When I first got the Cricut, they wanted to know what it was. What is that doing? Because I would start making things, and they'd be like, "What is that doing?" They were full of questions. They're very curious. They wanted to know when we could use the Cricut again. What will we make the next time? They were able to increase their abilities to follow directions and operate the software and the Cricut to complete projects with less help from me each time. When I was starting out, I would have to actually show them. It was more hands-on. Let me show you. Let me show you. But then once we did more and more projects, they were able to do it more independently, and even my older kids were able to help some of the newer students and things as they came in. They were able to kind of take lead and teach them how to use the software and the materials as well. Many of the students were able to verbalize how they created the projects in correct sequence while targeting speech and language goals. And when asked if they would rather get in the prize box or make a project as a reward, all of my upper grade students, about 3rd grade through 10th grade, chose the project. Only 50% of the kindergarten through 2nd grade chose the project. So from that, I learned that younger students continue to be motivated by the tangible rewards such as the toys and the food. But most of my older students, they really enjoyed this Cricut, especially my high school students. And they like to make decals they can use to put on their notebooks, on their lockers. I can show you some here. Here I had students helping make signs, bulletin boards. And they're learning how to actually put the vinyl on the mats and put it in the Cricut. Let's see, they're using the computer to tell the Cricut what to do. And now when I go to say something about I need to decorate my door for the upcoming testing, can I help? Can I help? I mean, they're ready to work. And so then you can see here they help decorate doors, and they also made these for the classrooms, and we've done decals. I had students do decals, and then when they're bringing their helmets, and we can put them on their helmets to show them how to do that. And then they're helping make bulletin boards and things. So it's going to make my life easier, I think, in the long run, incorporating this type of stuff so that these kids can help decorate and be proud of the outcome, as well as practicing their speech and language skills in more real-life situations. So I do feel like it was a success, especially for the older students. They want to do more with the Cricut, whether it be projects of their choosing or decorating the school, which that's my next goal. I would like to find something to do more school-based and get the kids in my classes to help decorate in the schools, and hopefully more classes will follow so that they can be more student-created decorations and work. And not only just decorating, I'm talking about maybe put up things for testing to help them to memorize maybe their multiplication tables and things like that. I would like to incorporate a lot of educational type things in the school. But that's all. Does anybody have any questions?